The Oklahoma City Thunder, they might need some help. And today, we got to talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder trade deadline buzz. You heard that right. The defending Western Conference champions, the defending NBA champions, they might actually need to make a move before the deadline. And it's definitely sparked a little bit of chatter across the NBA landscape. So, of course, we got to break down any potential trade scenario for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Before we do, though, as always, join the discussion. Jump in the comments below. Give me your thoughts. And if you're new to the channel, hit that like and hit the subscribe button. But the Oklahoma City Thunder definitely maybe not living up to the expectations that a lot of people had at the beginning of the season when you were 24-1, before you recently had this stretch where things have kind of fallen apart with you. And Oklahoma City has definitely been plagued by injuries. And a lot of people that you talk to, definitely a lot of the people that I talk to, like at work and other places, will tell you, hey, maybe all it's going to take is for Oklahoma City to get healthy this year. Because when they're healthy, this team is unstoppable. They're scary. But the thing is, Brian Windhorst over on the Hoop Collective podcast definitely had some interesting comments to say about Sam Presti and the Oklahoma City Thunder and where they could be at in trade talks this year, especially with Giannis becoming on the market. Here's what he had to say about that. I've heard the Oklahoma City Thunder's name in some chatter. You'd look at this time and say, wait a minute, this team had 66 wins or whatever they had last year. Champions. Well, when they've been healthy this year, they've been unstoppable. Why would Oklahoma City Thunder's name be out there? And why would their name be out there potentially looking at centers? He says, I haven't heard the Thunder's name in trade talks over the last 2 years until the last couple of days. I think it's a reaction of looking for opportunities than it is the team addressing a situation. And although Windhorst doesn't think that this maybe is an immediate move for the Oklahoma City Thunder, because Sam Presti has came out after the Gordon Hayward trade that he made midseason and talked about how he doesn't like to make midseason moves anymore. I think it's important to look at where the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to be at next year, especially in terms of the cap and what they could potentially go out there and get to maybe address a couple of holes on the team and how they can maybe put themselves in a better financial position going into the next season. And I look at the front court, right? You look at Oklahoma City potentially maybe getting another center, getting somebody that can be a better force for you down in the paint, somebody that can rebound. And one name that is definitely interesting, I do not think this happens, though, because I don't know if the Clippers want to make another trade with the Oklahoma City Thunder, is Zubac. This is a very intriguing name because you could essentially kind of swap Hartenstein, maybe get a guy like Chris Dunn in the deal, and the LA Clippers would maybe get a little bit more versatile center for what they currently have for their team, maybe would fit a little better. And the Oklahoma City Thunder could get a center that, in my opinion, would be an upgrade when it comes to being able to go out there and rebound and be an enforcer in the paint. The difference is with Zubac, you're getting more of a traditional center. You're not going to get a lot of those I Heart floaters that you get and things like that with a lot of the movement. But Zubac would be a very interesting trade for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he's only making $18.1 million this year. Isaiah Hartenstein making $28.5 million. So the Oklahoma City Thunder, even if they acquired Chris Dunn in this deal, which is what I had to do to be able to make it happen, would only be taking on a salary of $23.5 million, which would be huge going in the next season when you're potentially looking at Lou Dort and having to make a decision on him. And it definitely looks like the Oklahoma City Thunder would want to keep him. Additionally, though, a name that I really like, a name that I think a lot of Oklahoma City fans would absolutely love, and that's going to be Daniel Gafford out there with the Dallas Mavericks. Now, Daniel Gafford for the Dallas Mavericks, in my opinion, has played a pretty crucial role in what they've been able to do over the past couple of years, only averaging 6 boards, but I think in a role with Oklahoma City being the primary center here, I think this could be a guy that could get you 8 to 10 boards a game. And again, just another really big physical body and one that would take a little bit of financial burden off of Oklahoma City. Now, the thing is, to make a trade like this happen with the Dallas Mavericks, who are definitely in a financial tax situation, you're going to have to maybe take in a little bit bigger of a salary as well. You're going to maybe move another piece out. And if Sam Presti's going to make a midseason move, I don't know if he wants to make one that big. Obviously, there are a lot of other options at center that the Oklahoma City Thunder could go out there and grab with teams that are sellers, like maybe the Raptors, or you could go look at the Trailblazers or the Pelicans or any of those teams, even the Washington Wizards. I think one point we threw out the Marvin Bagley trade. But the Oklahoma City Thunder, I do think need help. And I do think a trade would solve the problem. But the question is, long term, does it solve Oklahoma City's issues? Because we saw Oklahoma City go out there and draft Thomas Sorber. They didn't do that off the assumption that they were going to be keeping Isaiah Hartenstein. The Thomas Sorber draft felt like the Oklahoma City Thunder knew at some point or another they were going to have to move off Hartenstein's money, whether it was not re-signing him or trading him away. The only difference is with Thomas Sorber having that ACL injury, I think it has thrown a wrench in Oklahoma City's plans a little bit here. But with Isaiah Hartenstein finally getting back from injury, I think this will give Oklahoma City an opportunity as the deadline approaches to reevaluate what is going on and figure out if they want to stick with the squad going forward. All right. I want to hear about it. Jump in the comments below. Let me know if you would like any of these two trades for the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you all next time.